with all the latest big talking points, news and discussion from the football world. This is Football Central. And go.
Hello everybody and welcome to Football Central post-match of Leicester City v Manchester United on a day where the Reds get hit by a bolt from the blue. It's not the result of all of us here on Football Central, well, there's only two of us, me and Mr. TubeMix, I being Sam Taylor and Mr. TubeMix, your host. But it was a well-deserved win for Leicester, and United certainly had a case of the blues. So we're here to be very open and honest in our assessment and very fair. And we will be talking through the stats of the game, and what happened in the game, and we finished Leicester 3, Man United 1. And Tottenham and Aston Villa are about to kick off as well. So we'll give you updates of that while we're on air. With me tonight, as I have already mentioned, is Mr. TubeMix. Hello, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, all. Yes, and what I would like to say is, while we go through the show, there's always a smaller show because it's not like the football roundup here. We just talk about the United and Leicester game, or Leicester United game, I should say. And we'll give updates and probably go back to the scores in the FA Cup as well, in the quarterfinals over yesterday and today. If you missed them, it's a shorter show, but we hope you enjoy being with us tonight. And if you do have any questions or comments, please write your comments to us here on Football Central, and we'll do our best to get back to you, and we'll pick up one, whether you want to talk about football or anything really, or you're a Leicester fan and you're happy, if you're a United fan and it's another major match lost to go into a trophy. We seem to get deep into tournaments and then lose. Whatever it is, please send us a message. So without further ado, because I've waffled enough, I'll hand over to your host for the evening, which is Mr. TubeMix.
Right, yes. Thank you very much, Sam. I thought the game well done to Leicester. A performance of perfection, I think. If you're Brendan Rodgers and his coaching staff, you have to be very, very happy with that. For Ole and Kieran and Michael and Mike and the coaching staff, on the other hand, they were being very disappointed. The players as well. I thought, to be honest, today United were abysmal. The better team. It was just a case of the better team won. Congratulations to Leicester. and they deserve to win and they deserve to go through.
Yeah, I agree with all those statements, and if you want to have you say, like we said, please please let us know what you think. But I just thought that that Leicester were far better than us today. I think they wanted it more, and they, no, that's not fair probably, but I think actually defensively and attacking wise, United played okay, but I think the problem was we kept giving the ball away in midfield,
Yes,
and
yeah.
not just in midfield, but we kept giving it away, in our final third or our defensive third, which gave them lots of chances. But Leicester pressed well, they played well, passed the ball great. You got to remember the injuries. I know United have got some injuries, but I was looking at Leicester's injury list. Ricardo, Justin, Maddison, some Harvey Barnes, so some big players missing there. And I know United have got Rashford missing, but yeah. Leicester have a lot of injuries, and I think it just shows how good Leicester City can be. Because today they were just, like Will said, it was near perfection. Obviously, they conceded the one goal, but there wasn't a lot we could do about that. But pretty much apart from the equaliser, they controlled the game from start to finish. The goal didn't really push United on. I thought maybe after half time, after a regroup at 1-1, we might push on and not necessarily win, but really take it to Leicester. But apart from the opening 2 or 3 minutes, and then the last few minutes, the opening few minutes and when we scored were the only times that we had ever looked threatening. I thought Leicester were outstanding all over the park, to be honest. From back to front, every player was an 8 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. I don't know if you agree, Will.
Yes, definitely. If you're Leicester City, everybody played their role.
Yeah, there wasn't. No, I was just going to say there wasn't any player that didn't play well today from a Leicester perspective.
Yes, absolutely. And
when it's like that, you have to match them. And it's hard because Leicester are a good team. We were saying before in our pre-match comments when we did the pre-match show that it was a 50-50 match, and that just shows how much Leicester have improved. Leicester 20 years ago, if they were in the Premier League, would have been like, oh yeah, United, 70-30, United will always win. But it's a mark of how much Leicester have improved and how much slightly we've gone down, but especially how Leicester have improved as a club. Leicester were a side that were always near the relegation zone and getting relegated to the Premier League right now. And then they went down to League One right now. That even with injuries, they've got a really good side. The third in the Premier League, and they're only a point behind us. They probably might even finish above us. So there's nothing between the two sides in terms of quality, maybe in terms of the actual team, but today they were just far better than Manchester United. And we've got to go away and we've got to look at it, because I don't know what you think, Will, but there's a bit of a mental block from United. You look at all the semi-finals we've lost in the Europa League, and in the League Cup last year and this season, and now we've lost in the quarter-final. We seem to go deep into tournaments and then lose. People say, wow, it's great United have made quarter-finals and semi-finals consistently. And it's true, we've made a lot recently. I know we always have, but we've made an awful lot. Every competition we enter, we seem to make the quarters or semis. But that next hurdle, get into a final and winning it, there seems to be a mental block under our leg. And
Yes,
I
yeah.
don't know if you agree. And it's all very well. So, yeah, I get as a fan you're not going to win every semi-final, are you? Or quarter-final or final. You're not going to win every time you get to those phases, but it's just how many times we have got to the quarter-final or semi-final recently and haven't been able to make a final and win stuff, which is not United way. You're always going to lose some, but United always won more than we lost of those big games. I don't mean when we went out in early rounds of tournaments. I mean
Yes.
the quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. Where now, we probably win 7 out of 10 of those big games in the past.
Yes.
Lose 3. But now, we lose 7 and lose 3. And win 3, sorry, lose 7 and win 3. So the momentum in those big games has changed. And alright, occasionally in the Premier League we do alright in the big games, but I mean in the cup competitions we struggle in the biggest of games. And I think it's got to be a mental thing. Because not many of that squad have won things now. You look at it, a few of them have, the Europa League, but United used to be littered with winners at the back and throughout the team. And there's not that many anymore because we've not won anything for 4 years. So I'm not being a grumpy fan. I'm just saying, do you think there's a mental block when it comes to United?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
Because it's happened. The only reason I say it is because it's happened so much.
No, of course, mate. And a good point, but yeah, I don't know. It's certainly an interesting one and an intriguing one.
Ian Atcho, sorry, carry on.
No, I've finished my point.
Okay, Ian Atcho is in good scoring form. He scored in all of his last 4 games and a 5 in 2 games now with a hat trick last week and 2 goals today as well. So he has always been a good player, Ian Atcho. I liked him. Not that I like any City players really, but I liked him, as a player when he was at City. My dad was like, "Oh, no, he's rubbish," and then he went to Leicester, and I was quite excited for Leicester, and he showed it in glimpses, but never was consistent. And now he seems to have really found his form, and I think he's a good player. And today he took it, all right. Fred gifted him the chance for the first one, but he started to go round Henderson and finish it, didn't he? Started to put it in the onion bag, as they say. You know what the onion bag is, don't you?
The goal, I guess.
Yes. It's still on me, but there's errors again. All right, the 3 goals were all avoidable. The first goal, Fred gives the ball away just outside his own penalty area, which is perilous. Gives it to Ian Atcho, just has to round Henderson and put it in. The second goal, Tillemans makes a great run. It's a great passing move to give him the ball, but nobody puts the tackle in. But the defence of United go back off. So, and then the third goal, McTominay doesn't stick with Ian Atcho and gives him a simple tap in at the far post. So all 3 goals were avoidable, but we didn't defend them properly, and especially the first one, giving the ball away there. One thing I've always been told, and I know people like to pass out from the back, and at the right time that's fine, but I've always been told, Will, when I've played my football, is don't take too many risks in your defensive. The defensive part of your pitch, your penalty area up to the halfway line. If you really from your penalty box, anywhere in your penalty box to the halfway line. In the attacking half, take all the risks you want because you're trying to score goals, so you can afford to be more expansive. Because if it breaks down, you've got time generally to recover.
Yes.
But don't take too many chances in your defensive half. And I think that's what United did today. We overplayed. Yeah.
Right. Are we ready for the player ratings?
Have you got anything else to say, Will?
No, I've said all the things I've wanted to say. I'm pretty sure.
Do you want to say the goal scorers?
Oh, yes. Sorry, yes. That completely passed my mind. I do apologise. Right.
It's okay.
So, Leicester City 3, Manchester United 1. So, Iheanacho in the 24th minute. And then Greenwood got one back for United in the 38th minute. Iheanacho in the 52nd minute again. And, Yuri Tillemans in the 52nd minute, assisted by Iheanacho. And in the 78th... Iheanacho scoring in the 78th minute to wrap things up, assisted by Mark Albrighton. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to the play ratings. Joe, I think I'll mix it up and do the Leicester play ratings, I think.
Well, are you happy doing the player ratings, Will?
Yes. Yes, mate, I am, yeah.
You're always good at the player ratings, and yeah, it's good to do the Leicester one first because they were the home team, so yeah.
Yes. Well, I just thought, and also with the starting team news, I chose to do Leicester first, and yeah, just to mix it up a bit.
There's nothing wrong with that. We always start with United, so let's be there. But yeah, ready when you are, sir.
Okay, so these are from the Leicester Mercury. Here are the Leicester City player ratings. Kasper Schmeichel. City was so good. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm just checking this is the right one. Yes, sorry, I got a bit confused there. Right. Yes. City was so good that Schmeichel had very little to do. Greenwood's goal was well struck from close range, so he could do little about that, with his only testing save coming from Fernandez's late kick at 7. Wesley Fofana, so mature, timed his darts out of defence to intercept to perfection, and then charged forward with it superbly.
He is good at that. He is very good at that.
Always offloading at the right time. Against plenty of tricky customers, he stood up strong at 9. Johnny Evans played countless pings left and right in almost a quarterback role, but didn't shy away from his defensive duties, organising a resolute backline and showing pace to keep up with nippy players like Greenwood at 9. Soyuchu, the second half was perhaps his best 45 minutes of the season, cut out crosses, bullied his opponents, dribbled well, showed composure under pressure, and passed forward. Outstanding at 9. Mark Albrighton.
I think they all deserve a 9. Yep. Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Mark Albrighton.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, carry on. That was me. Sorry.
All right. Right. So Mark Albrighton brought into the team and made it 3 assists from 3 with a teasing delivery in the back post for Iheanacho to head in. Kept Tellers and then Shaw quiet and played plenty of audacious passes to trouble United's back line in 8. Wilfred Ndidi brilliant at both ends of the pitch, when he had to mop up for his defenders or chase a United player back. He did and got a foot in. When he pressed to win possession high up the pitch, he got a foot in. A 9. Yuri Tillemans, is there anything he can't do? Pressed intelligently to help set up the opener, played countless passes forward to feet and into space, and showed his speed and stamina to burst through midfield and slam in a goal. A 9. Timothy Castagna, he didn't always make the right pass nor time his run right, but he still made a solid contribution with balls into Vardy while he was untroubled defensively. A 7. Jose Perez, his scurrying between the lines worried United, who could not settle in midfield. Showed a nice touch to continually receive the ball to feet and spin his men. An 8. Kelechi Iheanacho, unbelievably good again, read the game superbly to add 2 more to his tally, all the while defending with commitment, playing dangerous passes and showing lovely tight control. Starman. 9. Jamie Vardy snatched at several excellent chances, but at least he's having them. The goals aren't far away. Again, he exploited that inside left channel to good effect, always providing an option for Castagna, Iheanacho and Perez, and there's no manager rating. So that concludes your Leicester City player ratings.
What was Vardy's player rating?
Vardy was a 7.
Yeah, I think they're all fair. I don't know whether you think 9's too much for some of them, but I feel they deserved it, to be fair.
Probably an 8, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay. But they're very good anyway. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't think United will be getting 8 and 9.
What's that, sorry?
I don't think United will be getting many 8s and 9s.
No. Right, and we move on to the United player ratings, courtesy of the Manchester Evening News.
They're always a bit harsh on it, even when we play well, so I dread to think what
Right, so we start with Dean Henderson, saved well with Jamie Vardy at 0-0, and Hollywood encouragement before and after Fred's howler, could do nothing about the goals. A 6. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, present in defence but absent in attack for the umpteenth time this season. United's width came from the left backs. A 5. Fared reasonably well against Vardy in another watchable duel between the pair, blameless for any of the goals conceded. A 6. Harry Maguire played Fred into a spot of bother and generally clumsy, getting a yellow card for upending Kelechi Iheanacho. Get done by Vardy for a great chance. 4. Alex Tellers played with alacrity on his return at the expense of Luke Shaw, assured on the ball and diligent defensively, but made way for Luke Shaw. A 6. Nemanja Matic did not remotely improve United or justify his selection, and got caught.
I agree.
And caught high up the pitch for the second goal. Beggared belief. United had Matic and Fred as their midfield duo with others available too. Sometimes you watch Fred and draw the conclusion he can't pass, he can't tackle and can't shoot. Tata Mount to a 12th man for Leicester, assisted Iheanacho and stood off Yuri Tillemans a 1. Ouch. Fred got a 1.
1 and a 2. No, dear.
Right. Mason Greenwood scored his first goal in 16 games, so clinically it bellied his lengthy drought. Failed to kick on, although he was not helped by United's substitution strategy. A 6. Donny van der Beek, tidy enough before the equaliser, and his dummy was more memorable than Paul Pogba's pass or Greenwood's finish. Not deemed match fit enough to last before 64 minutes. A 6. Paul Pogba, underused until he got into the Leicester third and assisted Greenwood. Then he also made way with United 2-1 down. A 6. Anthony Martial looks like he'd missed 2 games through injury and never troubled Johnny Evans or Soyuncu. Somehow completed the whole game. A 5. And the subs, Luke Shaw, purposeful but could not affect the game, a 6. Scott McTominay, utterly horrendous defending for Iheanacho, 2nd, a 4. Bruno Fernandes endeavoured and almost scored, a 6. Edison Cavani ran about but did little, a 5. Ahmad, late cameo, 5. And finally, the manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, got the midfield wrong again and then undermined his selections of Pogba and Van der Beek by taking both off, deprived United of the best players from the start, 4. And that concludes your player ratings.
I think they're fair. Would you say they're fair, Will?
Yes. Fred, a 1 maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe about a 3, maybe.
I think, I'd say about 3. I think Fred's been quite good this season. I don't know what you think.
He has, yeah. He's really improved, you know, particularly, I think... Oh, apologies, Sam.
No, go on. I'll let you go. You think he's improved?
Yeah, I think he has improved, and you know, particularly with Scott McTominay, there for me are United's best midfield pairing at the moment. I think Matic. Matic is a weird one. In the fact that he was good, and then we thought it. You know, he lost it, and then he turned out good again. But no, I think Matic now was. I think his legs have catched up with him. I think.
He was a good player at Chelsea when he first came United.
Oh, he was, yes. But I reckon this summer we should try and get rid of Matic, Phil Jones.
And forget rid of Matic and bring in Wilfred Ndidi. I love Ndidi.
Yeah, Ndidi. And the thing about Ndidi is he's so versatile because he can play defensive midfield. Can he play centre-back? Oh, yes, he can.
He has when they had all those injuries at the start of the season. With the centre backs,
I'd love to bring Wilfred Ndidi in.
I think because he does all the. Did you see the amount of tackling he did today? Does your dad like Wilfred Ndidi?
Well, to be honest, mate, I'll be honest. My dad doesn't really follow other players, and you think that after watching me for all these years, but he doesn't really know who Wilfred Ndidi is.
Nah, he just follows the United team, which is fair enough.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't really look at other teams, really.
Did you see all the tackles that Ndidi did today?
I did, yeah. Ndidi, you know what I thought was good, but then
I think I don't know what you think, Will, but I think he's a world-class defensive midfielder in the role he's in. I think he's one of the best.
Yes, certainly up there with N'Golo Kante, who looks utterly reborn, doesn't he, now? I mean, he's looking fantastic again. And
but there aren't that many better in the league in the defensive midfielders than Wilfred Ndidi.
No, that's true. And, you know, Wilfred Ndidi, you know, well, as the player who replaced Kante, you know, had some big shoes to fill, but... he's proved more than capable, and it just shows you the recruitment at Leicester City is fantastic. You know, when Chilwell's gone,
especially when they don't have those bigger budget as United.
I thought they'd struggle when Ben Chilwell went, but you know they bought Timothy Castagne, who's a fantastic signing. And, you know, James Justin as well. And just...
When Harry Maguire left, because Sainchu was there, but he was in the reserves, and I thought when Harry Maguire left, I was like, why aren't they replacing him? Like, they've just lost their best defender, and then this guy called Sainchu came in, and he was, like, amazing. I was like, whoa. Where's he come from? And then, like, when Sainchu was injured at the beginning of the season, and they brought Fafana in, and I was like, this guy's 19. He played really well as well.
Yeah, I think it shows you that Leicester not only good recruitment but squad depth. You know, you've said before on this show, and we've said before, you know, is this the best team? Is this Leicester team better than the team that won the title? Because in terms of squad depth and so many options available to them,
It's a better squad.
Yes.
It might not be a better first 11, but it's a better squad.
Yeah,
Sure.
even with the injuries, you know, even with the likes of Maddison and Barnes, who've become really key players, you know, they didn't miss them today. They did not miss them at all.
No, and they would miss them over the course of the season, for sure. But
Yes.
today they were excellent. I think Tillman's a great player, because you've seen him this season. He's been a defensive midfielder, and they've played him in attacking midfield, and he can do both. Just great. Do you like Tillemans well?
Yes, I think Tielemans. I remember seeing him play for Belgium, I think, at the World Cup, and thinking he was a good player. I mean, well, you know, Belgium, you know, of lots of fantastic players. Yeah, I was impressed what I saw, and then obviously since he's come.
Oh, go on. Obviously, since he's come to England.
Since he's come to Leicester, he's just another fantastic signing. And yeah, just.
Do you know? Do you know that when he was on loan at Leicester, you know, when they loaned him?
Oh yeah.
And then he signed under Brendan Rodgers, like, permanently.
Yes.
Villa has been cleared off the line. Villa nearly scored. So when he was on loan, because obviously he was on loan and everybody knew about him, he had a tough time at Monaco, but he was in a poor team. He was in a poor team against when he was at Monaco, and he came to Leicester on loan, did really well under Claude Puel, and then Brendan Rodgers obviously came in at the end of his loan spell, and they signed him. But his agent and his representative wanted him to go to Man United because we put an offer in for him, and he said, no, I want to play for Leicester City. And they said, well, you'll earn less money. His agent said, if you go to Leicester, and he said, I don't care, I'm going to Leicester. So he went, all right then.
Yes,
So he turned down United to go to sign permanently for Leicester.
Yes, yeah. So, that's.
Fair dues to.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so shall we go through the FA Cup draw, shall we?
Yeah, it's a bit worrying though, isn't it? If a player we've got to a point where a player's turning down United to go to Leicester. No disrespect.
Yes, yeah. I mean, there'll be.
Just shows no player would have turned down going to Leicester, to United for Leicester 10 years ago, and now it's like it shows how United have fallen from grace now, but Leicester have improved as a club.
Yes, but I still think, you know, I still think there'll be some players that would want to play for United.
Of course there would. I think if we could entice Ndidi to come on a nice big salary, I'd be happy. If Ndidi was the only player we signed next year, I'd be happy. I just want Ndidi to come to United. I really do.
I think for United, definitely, if Matic goes, they do need a new defensive midfielder. I think I would love them to try go for Haaland. I think that'd be a fantastic signing.
There's no way Haaland's going to go to United when he could play for, you know, when he could play for, you know, a Real Madrid or a.
Well, you you say that though, but you know he was a fan of Solskjaer growing up. He's worked with Solskjaer at Mould, so actually it wouldn't really be that surprising, really. For
I forgot as well. He's Norwegian as well, isn't he? I forgot about that.
he is, yeah. So you know, Haaland, if Dortmund don't qualify for Europe, you know, he might want to leave Dortmund, and you know, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing to come to United.
So you want, excuse me, I'm eating a piece of cake. So you want Ndidi, Haaland, and
Sancho, and well, we're not going to get up in Meccano now because he's going to Bayern Munich. So Jules Kounde, the Sevilla player.
The centre half.
Yes. Yeah, I think we need a defensive midfield if Cavani goes a central striker, a winger in Sancho, and then a central defender in Jules Kounde, and then that'd be all the things ticked off the list, I think.
Fair enough.
Whether we'll get that, well, who knows? Right, let's.
Would you have Raphael Varane?
Varane, yeah. Well, on the other hand, Varane is a fantastic defender who, you know, has lots of experience. But if you got someone like Jules Kounde, yes, they've now got experience, but also, you know, there'll still be something to develop, and they're, you know, a young player. You know,
I just meant because Varane is available, apparently.
Yes. Well, I think he wants to leave Madrid, doesn't he? And Real Madrid could end up losing him and potentially Sergio Ramos, who has been linked to United. But I would say no to Ramos, definitely.
Do you not think he's been a good defender?
He is a good defender, but I think he just brings trouble with him. And I don't want, you know, with him, you know, potentially, you know, getting yellow cards and sent off and stuff. I just, well, he's 34 as well, so there's that, and also, but yeah, I don't want, if Ramos become available, I wouldn't want him.
Fair enough. Would you take Soyuncu?
Soyuncu, yes, I would take Soyuncu.
Well, I don't think Leicester will sell him. I think he'll be expensive if we want to buy. I don't think they'd sell him and Ndidi to us. So.
Well, you just never know, do you? I mean, Ben Chilwell, you know, you could say they wouldn't have sold him to Chelsea, but they did, so.
Yeah, true. Anyway, did you want to go through some FA Cup?
Yes.
Results?
Oh, well, I was going to go through the draw.
Oh, yes, go through the draw first.
Yes, so good. Leicester beat Southampton and Chelsea beat Manchester City. So Chelsea beat Manchester City. That should be a really intriguing tie.
Yeah, but it'll be close. It'll be whoever turns up. I think they're both intriguing ties because Southampton at the best, you never know which Southampton's going to turn up, but at the best, they're more than capable of beating anybody in the league when they're on form. I don't know if you agree.
Oh, so, yes, of course, yeah.
So they're both good ties, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, right, and we'll go through the results. So let's go through.
Vinicius has scored.
Oh, Vinicius has scored for Tottenham, has he?
Yeah, playing today with Kane, Moura, Vinicius up front. Yeah,
Vinicius, that's interesting, isn't it, him starting?
Yeah, Kane's playing as well, and Mora.
Oh,
No, Son.
you will never not pick Harry Kane.
He's got an assist there, Harry. Oh no, or is it Mora? Just let me. It's slid in at the far post. Yeah, so Harry Kane's. Sorry, Mora played it across the box, and Vinicius put it into an empty net, and he looked very happy about it. He nearly knocked. I tell you what, he nearly knocked Mora out with his celebration. He went to hug. They were nearly had to bring on a concussion substitute there. He got a right whack in the face.
That would be, well, not funny if he had to come off, but the way that'd be quite funny.
The thing is, it was in Vinicius' excitement that he went to hug him and just planted him one in the head.
Yeah, talking of excitement, I'll tell you what did make me smile. During the Chelsea v Atletico Madrid, Thiago Silva was sort of, instructing his teammates, sort of acting as a member of the coaching staff.
That's good though, isn't it? Because he's an experienced player.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
it is good, and yeah, and when they scored the second goal to make it 3-0 on aggregate, we were sort of jumping between the steps, and it did. He wasn't even on the pitch, and he made me smile. He did, Thiago Silva.
It's nice to see passion even at the age of 36 or 8 or
Yeah, I
whatever.
think it's a sign that
Still enjoying his football. That's good.
he's a truly. I think he loves his football, doesn't he? He loves the game, and he's
So,
passionate about the game.
He probably loves it and goes, I can help the youngsters out around me if he's playing, but also if he's not playing. And you're a long time retired, and he probably looks at it and goes, well, I need to make the most of every day of my career now because I've only got a couple of years left at best. So, he just wants to enjoy his football. I think when you get older, you enjoy football more as you get older, right?
It is, yeah. It's true because
I enjoyed it more as I got older because I knew when I was in my late 30s that I didn't have a long time left. So I enjoyed it more because I made myself enjoy it more, if you know what I mean.
right, yeah, and also players. I think that they're sometimes often when they retire, they don't know what they're gonna do, do they? And it can be quite scary.
Yeah, particularly if that's all they've ever known, for sure.
But then there are some, what I think it helps if they transition, if they want to do coaching, and
Or
they're
pundits.
yeah,
as
exactly,
well.
and doing that while alongside playing, it helps to transition them into. So I think that's good. Right, so in the FA Cup, so Southampton 3, AFC Bournemouth 0. Gineppo in the 37th minute, assisted by Nathan Redmond. Nathan Redmond then scored in the first minute, added on to the first half of extra time, and then he scored
In the first. Sorry, just to clear up. It means the first half of additional.
Yes. Assisted by Stuart Armstrong, and then he scored in the 59th minute as well, Redmond. So 2 goals and an assist. So fantastic
Good
performance.
player when he's on it. He's never quite lived up to his potential, but when he's on, he's a good player, but he doesn't show it enough but when he's on form, he can be unplayable, Redmond.
Yeah, absolutely. And Everton played really well as well, because it took City till the 84th minute, and I think you have to praise Carlo Ancelotti and really good performance from Everton, I think.
Yeah.
Right, and there's no shame in losing to Manchester City.
No, absolutely not.
Right, and then Sunday's results, which is today. Right, so it finished Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 0, and to be honest,
played well.
they did.
Second half, Sheffield United were the better side, I thought.
They were, yes. I thought it flattered Chelsea a bit, the 2-0 result, but that's the way how it ended up. So Norwood, an own goal from him to make it 1-0 to Chelsea, and then Hakim Ziyech in the 92nd minute, assisted by Ben Chilwell, to make it Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 0. So Chelsea
were pushing forward at that point, Sheffield United, so they sort of for the equaliser, so they got caught on the break. But David McGoldrick missed a glorious opportunity.
He did, yeah.
What a ball! I thought Ben Osborne played well in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
But, carry on, Will, sorry.
And then the game we covered today, Leicester City 3, Manchester United 1. Kelechi Iheanacho in the 24th minute. And then Mason Greenwood in the 38th minute got one back for United. Then Yuri Tillemans in the 52nd minute, assisted by Iheanacho. And Iheanacho to finish us off in the 78th minute, assisted by Mark Albrighton. And it was the Old Firm derby today. Celtic won, Rangers won, and El Nassi, for former Southampton boy, assisted by Edard, and Morelos for Rangers in the 38th minute, assisted by Balogun. And Rangers are so far unbeaten.
What, in the whole season?
Well, I'm not sure on that. No, I don't think so. Or are they? Oh, don't know.
Do you mean, no, I don't really know. Do you mean unbeaten away or at home?
I don't know, to be honest. Never mind. And Messi.
Anyway, they've won the league anyway, so congratulations.
They have, yeah. And Messi breaks appearance record by appearing in this game. 768 Barcelona appearances.
Who's he gone past?
He's gone past Xavi. Is it Xavi? Is that how you pronounce it?
Xavi, and that's for Barcelona, is it?
Yes.
It's the all-time appearance for Barcelona.
Yes, so, pretty extraordinary.
Another record that Messi's broken.
Exactly, and what a player he's been, Messi.
Yeah, he's left defenders in a mess.
Yep. Preston have sacked their manager Alex Neil, and it's going to be Frankie McAvoy to take over for the rest of the season, and he's going to be joined by Steve Thompson, Mike Pollitt and Paul Gallagher. And Preston's next game in the Championship when they host leaders Norwich City. So
what a nice easy start.
Exactly, yeah. in the Premier League today, West Ham United 3, Arsenal 3. I can't wait to watch
Great
this
game.
on Match of
Great
the Day.
game. If you've not seen the highlights lately, I won't spoil a lot for me as well. West Ham were 3-0. It was an absolute one of the best games I've seen this season at any level. It was absolutely fantastic. So I think you'll enjoy that, Will.
Yeah, so
Really
Jesse
was
Lingard in the 15th minute, assisted by Mikel Antonio. Jared Bowen in the 17th minute. And then, Lingard in the 17th minute to assist Bowen. And then Souček in the 32nd minute. Assisted by Bowen in the 32nd minute. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Arsenal, Souček, as well as scoring a goal, scored an own goal.
The old kid went to defend it, and Lacazette shot, and he just got in the way of it. But unfortunately, he did the right thing, but it went in the net. Unfortunately.
Yeah, Craig Dawson, also another own goal for West Ham in the 61st minute, and Alexandre Lacazette in the 82nd minute, assisted by Nicolas Pepe. And currently, in the Premier League, 40 minutes on the clock. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 0. Carlos Vinicius, assisted by Lucas Moura,
who nearly had to go off because of concussion, because he Vinicius celebrated with him that much that he bashed into Lucas's head. No, he didn't nearly have. He didn't nearly have to go off. But he did give him a whack in the head when he was celebrating. He got a bit overexcited, you could say. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, well, I think that'd be a good time to wrap things up, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you bring us home then, Sam?
I will. Not that Old Trafford's going to feel like home for a while after that defeat, but even though it wasn't at Old Trafford, obviously. Thanks for what. Oh, no comments before we finish, Phil.
I've been checking in and out, and no comments.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. If you do have any comments, leave them with us, and we will go through them the next time we have a show. And we can go through any comments from today's matches, or whatever you want to talk about. And if you have enjoyed today's show, or our shows in general, and you haven't done already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel, because he does a great job and giving us this platform to work on. So thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
That's all from us on the day that the Foxes outfoxed the Red Devils to leave United with a case of the blues, and the Saints will go marching on into the semi-final of the FA Cup to play the Foxes. The men from Stamford Bridge will be looking to bridge the gap to Manchester City, who'll be hoping that it's a blue moon when they beat Chelsea, and we'll be looking to create a blue moon. There's the semi-finals. Just to recap: Southampton, Leicester City, and Chelsea. And thanks for watching. It's been a busy day of Scottish League action, Premier League, FA Cup, but whatever it is, we'll bring it to you. From all of us here at Football Central, thank you very much for watching. I've been Samuel Taylor. with me tonight has been Will, aka TubeMix, and we've really enjoyed your company. So
Thank you,
very
absolutely.
much. Stay safe, everybody, and have a
Absolutely,
good
stay
week.
safe.
Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.